Hello, beautiful, 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 intelligent black people. I hope that all is well in your world and this day become a very, very successful day for you and all of your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful black loved ones. In the beginning, there was blackness. In the beginning, there was blackness. And in the end, there will be blackness. You cannot eliminate blackness. We are a part of this vast universe. In the beginning, there was blackness. In the end, there will be blackness. America is a dumpster fire. America is burning. In the era of Trump, or should I say Trump's reign, R-E-I-G-N, of terror. Trump has implemented a reign of terror. He has released it on America. He has released it on the planet called Earth. The shit is burning. The shit is burning. Don't just stand there, white folks. Don't just stand there, white folks. Do something. We know, I know, black folks know that you are not experienced firefighters, but still you can lend a hand. You can help. Try this. These are ways that you will be able to help us save ourselves, all of us, aggregating, organizing together can save all of us. And the operative word is all. How about if you white folks try voting for someone that is not a white nationalist? How about voting for someone that is not a white supremacist? How about voting for someone that's not a racist? And every time you see a micro of injustice, every time you see a micro of injustice or inequality, say something, scream, do something. Don't remain silent. Don't remain silent. And white folks, please, hear this, white folks. Please, hear this. Try not calling the racist white cops every time you feel uncomfortable or every time you get upset. Try not calling the white racist cops and getting someone killed for some bullshit reason. White folks, please stop calling the cops unnecessarily. How about you white folks fighting for equality, even if it costs you your white privilege? How about if you just fight for equality anyway, even if it cause you to give up your white privilege? This is a good one. Not reflectively choosing to protect whiteness over righteousness. Too many white folks do that every day. The Republican Party do that every day. They choose to protect whiteness over righteousness. This so-called Christian right, these fake-ass Christian right white folks are choosing every day to protect whiteness over righteousness. Stop buying Katy Perry's albums. Stop buying Katy Perry albums. Stop buying Katy Perry albums. Try listening to black women for a change. Try listening to black women for a change. And seriously, white folks, stop calling the cops all the goddamn time. Please, stop calling the cops all the damn time. It is unnecessary. And put more seasoning on your food. Something other than salt. Something other than salts. How about organic herbs? Try some of that stuff. It will increase the healthiness of your food. And you must start paying black folks the same thing you pay white folks. You must start paying black folks the same thing you pay white folks. And I believe that supporting diversity and inclusion by raising your hand and asking, why are there no black folks here? Support diversity and inclusion by raising your hand and asking, why are there no black folks here? The Republican Party should try that sometime. And remember that thing that I say frequently about calling the cops. Stop calling the damn white racist cops all the time. Let it burn. Let it burn. B-U-R-N. And finally, I know it feels terrible to watch something you love be destroyed by racism, by apathy, by hate, and by incompetence. But you have to look at the bright side. We will get a brand new country. Let the motherfucker burn. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn, motherfucker. we will get a brand new country. Sometimes you can change an entire system by enacting fairer rules, more equal rules, and injecting equity into the equation. Sometimes things get much better when you do that. But sometimes you have to raze, R-A-Z-E. You have to raise everything to the ground and start all over again. Sometimes you must do that. Sometimes you must tear the motherfucker down and start all over again. You cannot fix anything without dismantling the parts that are already broken. I don't care what it is, any type of machinery, furniture, or whatever. You have to dismantle the parts that are already broken, and you have to replace them, essentially starting over again. This is just the breaking part. That's what we must let burn. The broken parts of this country, we must let it burn and build back better. We must let it burn and build back better. Do you remember the Founding Fathers, 1776? They essentially were W-I-G, wearing members of Antifa. They were radicals. They were violent protesters. That's what they were. The federal government put down a white supremacist rebellion, and we called it the Civil War. Remember that one? The Civil War was a white supremacist rebellion, and the federal government put it down. The federal government burned it down. Examples of previous dumpster fires include the American Revolution. Remember that one? That was a dumpster fire. We let it burn down and built back better. The Boston Tea Party was torn down. Then we built back better. The war between the states and the white supremacists, the civil rights movement, the Black Power movement, the anti-war movement, and every attempt at a reboot of this America. The broken parts were burned down, and then we built back better. And if this makes you uncomfortable, there's also a quote that James Baldwin repeated a lot. And that quote said this: "We cannot change everything that we face, but we cannot change anything that we do not face." And I agree with that, white folks. We cannot change everything that we face, but we will never change anything unless we face it, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. And if this makes you uncomfortable, so be it. Black folks, people that look like me, have been uncomfortable for 400 years. And we're still uncomfortable today in October of 2020. It is not sarcasm. I have not used much profanity. And I have not done any race baiting. In every stage of these oppressions for 400 plus years, black folks, people that look like me, have petitioned for redress, as we are petitioning today for redress. In the most humble terms, black folks, in the most peaceful terms, black folks have petitioned for redress. And our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury, embarrassment, disappointment, murders, injuries, assaults. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Did you get that? A prince, your white prince, whose character is thus marked by every act, A-C-T, which may define a tyrant. That is Trump, your prince. That makes Trump unfit to be the ruler of a free people. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. And those white folks that are listening, those white folks that are listening, your prince named Trump is an unfit ruler of free people. And sometimes the things that should have been discarded are politely hauled away by people whom we have charged with that task. But there are times when those people do not do their jobs, and the racist, incompetent, corrupt debris starts to stink so bad that some of us cannot take it anymore. Black folks cannot take the the stink anymore. And now you are some of us. And now you white folks, and now you white folks are some of us. Welcome to the fire. We have been fighting, surviving the fire for more than 400 years. That's who we are. Black folks are the most patriotic Americans in this country. Unequivocally.